The last light in, we're back. Now, that last episode there was a much more chilled episode than normal. We went around speaking to the survivors, I suppose, the people who managed to make it out of the Emerald Grove and made it here. Met up with some new people as well, so we've met Jahira now. Jahira is a bit of a hero from the past, and I'm sure she's done many things in her time since then, but you know, she was a very significant character in like the past game. I think it was Baldur's Gate 2. Again, I've not played Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, so I'm just going off of what I've been told for this. But yeah, we bumped into Raphael again. He was playing, what was it called? It's like the kind of D&D version of chess, I suppose, with young Maul, but it seemed as though he was weaving a web. He was up to something. Now, we were told off of Jahira to go and visit Isabel, who's on the top floor. She's the one who is casting this spell of protection, this force field around the last light inn, keeping the place safe. We were told that she would be able to give us a spell of sorts, some kind of blessing from Saloon to protect us in our travels. We do already have, let me show you, characteristics. We have the Pixie Blessing, so the Shadow Curse cannot affect this creature thanks to a Pixie's protective magic. So we do already have that, but as Jahira said, you can never be too safe. So we will go and speak to Isabel and we'll receive her blessing as well. And we'll get this episode off to a heated start. Just head through here. Okay.
I didn't realize I had an audience.
Bit creepy of us. We didn't even say hi.
The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isabel. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. And you, I've heard you're the protector of this inn, the banisher of shadows.
Myself and Our Lady are doing what we can to hold the line. I hear you and your tadpole will be our offense. Free from the Absolute's influence, yet able to walk among cultists. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. Let me guess. Jahira sent you to beg a protection spell off her favorite cleric.
It hurts.
Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out.
Saloonite magic. Dark Lady, forgive me.
Good nose. Like a nasty little terrier.
They are quite antithetical towards each other. Like to each other. Because you have both clerics, but one for Shar, one for Saloon. I suppose there's a few more distinctions you could draw out that they draw similarity for. Shadowheart is sort of the protector of our group, bringing the astral prism in, and then here's Isabel, the protector of our group, keeping the Harpers safe at the last light and any refugees along the way. It'd be interesting if you could have her, because you can eventually get Isabel in your camp, depending on how things go. This is obviously the early beginnings of making sure that this happens, but we'll see where it goes. But it'd be interesting if you could have her as a companion, just to sort of light versus dark with Shadowheart and Isabel. But I digress. Anything else that I should know before heading off?
Ketherick is a frightening man, but you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong.
Hello, Isabel.
Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you?
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me, and you can hear all about it from Ketherick himself.
Mate, you destroyed the fucking good hardwood out the back on the balcony there. You're not going to say anything about that? Isabel, do you know this man?
He's a flaming fist. Or was. Came with
He's
the
a
others when we
flaming idiot.
created this haven.
And I thank you for your hospitality. True soul, my instructions are clear. Take the girl to Ketherick, alive.
Look, I'm not like you. I don't take orders from the Absolute's cronies.
We are all alike in her service. Do as I say. The rewards will be great.
What's going on? If you have something to say, say it.
Look, Marcus is trying to kidnap you, Isabel. We're going to need to fight our way out of this one.
Pathetic. The Absolute sees all. Your treachery will be punished.
Oh, I'm sure.
The Absolute. Of course. You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketherick will never give you whatever it is you've been promised.
He already has. Time to go, Isabel.
Moon Maiden, guide my hand.
Come along.
Not really spoken about it much yet, but the music in this game is incredible. Absolutely unreal. Right. This fight is solid. I've got no qualms about saying that I always feel really outmatched in this fight. Just because you have to protect her. And I'll be perfectly blunt, she's an idiot. There was a time where I had the Circle of Swords down on this door here, so that any of these demons, these winged horrors that were wanting to come in, were going to take an area of effect damage. There was one of them left. She was in this room and decided to run out through the cloud of swords and try and attack it. It was like this one down here or something. She lowered herself down to 2 or 3 health, and that thing just flies up, scratches her, and then runs off. And that was the fight over, right? Like, we'd already killed maybe 90% of the enemies. I think it was the last one left alive. And she's ran out, gave herself damage, and then been attacked on the next turn and snatched up. So, yeah. I still hold grievance against that fight. Now, what are we going to do in this fight? I think it's important that we up our action economy. So I do think I'm going to be taking a potion of speed. Now, do I let Shadowheart take the potion of speed? I'm not sure. I avoided using the Hill Giant strength. Mainly because I don't think it's going to improve my odds that much in this fight. And I probably will be using a long rest after it, so I don't want to waste one. Now, what is the plan? I think with Bunda, it would be best if we stagger him so that he can't take reactions. And then punch, maybe. I do have this to use at some point during this fight now. We got the level up, so I can regain half my key points, enter a temporary state of wholeness where you regain key points and have an extra bonus action. So I'm going to get 2 bonus actions in this fight, which will be massive, because that's your key points you're using then, your bonus actions. But I think, yeah, so we're going to start off then with a stagger on Marcus. And it looks successful. And then I think just back-to-back punches. That should. Yep. Yeah, that was a decent turn. 36 damage overall. Now I plan to move Bunda in the way of the winged horrors.
Need to stay focused.
Shadowheart's turn. Right. Of course I'm going to be activating this. Of course. That's standard at this point. Now, we have our level 4 spell, so freedom of movement's not really a great one to be using on this fight because it's not relevant. Wall of Fire could be exceptional because it's a permanent... Oh no, sorry, I can't do that. I've got Spirit of Guardian's concentration. Yeah, Spirit of Guardians will be better, so I'm going to use that instead. Fireball will be useful more later on when they start to cluster. So I think what I'll do is we'll do potions, and we'll drink the potion of speed, which uses up Shadowheart's bonus action, but gives her 2 main actions. And for the first one, we'll cast Spirit Guardians. Now, I want to just make sure they don't have resistances. Right, no resistances. And these guys, examine... Resistant to poison, which is fine. We don't really have many poison attacks, so I'm gonna Spirit Guardian. We'll do Radiant, and we'll just do a level 3 cast for it. Okay. Then we will do Guiding Bolt, I think. Just a level 2 Guiding Bolt on Marcus. Miss. So, as for our movement, we're going to step to here. That didn't actually affect him. Hold on. There we go. And then step back in here. And we're going to get ourselves right around the side of Marcus here so that we can hit him. And now any other demons, horrors, winged horrors, whatever, that come into this room are going to be affected. Alright? So that's the plan. That'll allow us to do damage over time. So there you go, there's 11 straight off the bat. Zoomed us out really far for this. Good, that's a miss.
You'll make excellent fertilizer.
That's a very, very good attack there from Jaheira. Now, I don't like she's ran outside, but she has effectively turned 2 of them. I'm just going to go and examine. The affected entity must move away from the creature that turned it. It can't take actions, bonus actions, or reactions other than dash, or try to escape an effect that prevents movement. Ends up taking damage. So, that is very useful for us. This thing came in... Oh, one of them's on the ground. Oh, it's his turn. Well, he's done big damage. Good. We managed to get part of a miss on that. Bunda's half health. Takes a reaction. Okay. Right, it's important that we keep Bunda alive, so I think we will stagger. Then do wholeness of body. So that'll heal plus give us another bonus action, which we will use topple. Didn't work. But he is down to 68 health now, and we're back up to 45.
To me.
Shadowheart, I'd like to see you kill both of them, because I think they're next. Yeah, one of them's next at least. Can we do a Burning Hands effective enough for this? 30 damage. What have you got? 15. Sorry, 18. Are both of them on 18? Why is... Right, no, one of them's on 3. Right, okay. So we'll only need something that can really do about 18 damage. Now, that's maybe cutting it too neat. But it's a level 2, which is really the highest that I want to spend. I don't want to go any higher. And so maybe it's just on me if this fails. So we'll do this, hopefully. Nah, okay. Oh, but we've got 2 bonus, 2 main actions. I forgot with... Oh yeah, brilliant. Right, cool. Yeah, and I think I know how I'm going to do this then. So, I want to use Healing Word level 1 on Bunda. Because, say it's only 5, it'll be plus 2, so it's 7 at least. Alright, but it's actually 9, so we're 5 away from full health on Bunda, which is great. And then... we could do a level 1 inflict wounds on this guy, which just should, because we could do, actually, no, the odds aren't great. Yeah, we'll do the inflict wounds, just for the certainty of getting the kill. And it crits, does 36, could have just done that the first time round. Okay, so let me move a wee bit. We're going to bring you around to there. Yep, which just does a bit more damage on you again. Isabel, I'd love if you could just step back into this room, please, but I suppose you're not going to. Move you there, just so that you're... I don't think we're blocking his movement at all, but maybe it'll help. Needs an 11, rolled a 14. It's a free reaction, so we will take it, but yeah, they were always going to hit that. So I think the 2 that were turned, I think they have one more turn of turned. Now there is one horror right on right on Isabel, so we will need to deal with that, but importantly we deal with Marcus first, because he could in one turn kill Isabel, so it's always important that we take out the one that can do the most damage. That guy kinda looks like the first character I had when I completed the game. I say that like the character customization is something crazy in this, it's really not, but still varied enough that you know it's a character looks a bit like someone else. Okay, so 2 bonus actions now, that's great. We will try and topple you twice. And then we're just going to punch him. really low damage because this guy has good defense, but overall we're weakening him. I'm going to step forward to the horror first. There we go, bit of damage. And then we'll step in to you and deal a final blow. Nice one. Then what we'll do is we'll step all the way back so that we are entirely... Oh, actually, hold on, we've got another attack. How much health do you have? 26. Yeah, we'll just go for another level 1 on you. Miss. Okay. And healing. Level 2 healing. Nobody really needs it though. Well, maybe Bunda. But I'm not too worried. Nah, we'll just hold on to it. There might be better uses for it. I could cast... I say I could, so I probably should. No harm in... no harm in casting it. Lose a level 2 spell, but I've got 2 level 3s and a level 4. There we go. He's almost dead. Should be able to finish him off. Oh, now you transform into your cool form. She's blocked the door. See, this is what I don't like about her combat, is that there's no strategy to the movement. It is just... and I suppose a lot of the AI in this game are like it, that they just go straight to where they need to fight. Because look at this now, she's getting clawed by this guy in the corner here. This guy's coming in for a fight. We should be able to deal with him before he can attack next turn. It does. My character Morg. Let's get a lot of similarities to that man there. Nice, good. Right, whose turn? Bunda? Yeah, like, I can't reach that destination because of you. Then what we'll do is, first and foremost, just use these basic attacks. Oh wow. Is it just that one guy now? Why did I think... I must have finished that guy off. Okay. Cool. Shadowheart didn't get... Oh, she's lethargic, that's right. Right, Isabel needs to finish this horror off, because I don't know what kind of damage it can do, but if it crits, it might be enough. Mage Armor's a good cast. Makes it less likely. Because she's only got 11 AC. So I think that Mage Armor, it was a different cast to the typical Mage Armor, but it should be a +2 to her AC. Although last time that horror rolled a 20. It's rolled a 20 again for a crit, so just the worst fear that I had has come to fruition, but with this we'll be able to force it to roll again with disadvantage. Still 18. See what I mean? Can you imagine that crit? What health had she got left? It should have been down to 7. Now, albeit we should all finish the fight now on this next turn before it gets a chance to. But can you imagine that is what lost the fight? Shouldn't have called that magical weapon in, but like I said, it didn't hurt.
Another parasite collected. It might be useful.
We done it!
Where's Jaheira? Isabel, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Marcus has been with us since the start. They've been tracking us this whole time. And that was no random attack. You were the target, Isabel. They know how important you are. But they don't know about you. Ketherick will strike again. We need you to strike first. Discover the source of his invulnerability. Make him mortal so we can make him bleed. Good luck.
We're in more danger than I knew. If something happens to me, everyone in this inn is dead. Like that.
So Marcus told me Ketherick wanted you captured, not killed. Why?
Why does a man like him do anything? Power, spite, some kind of twisted personal morality. I can understand why he'd want me dead. Without me keeping the curse at bay, everyone in this inn, everyone intent on killing him, is dead too. As for why he'd want to take me alive, I don't know. And I don't want to find out. Now that we have you, I hope I won't have to.
Once I take Ketherick's head, you'll be safe again.
No mercy. For Ketherick will have none on you. End this.
You betcha. Right, so we got a great club for him. Useless. Shifted corpus ring. Invisibility and blur. That can be quite useful, but it's just knowing when to use its effect. Time and place, I suppose. These guys don't seem to have anything too useful on them. I want Shadowheart's Spirit Guardians to end, because I've had it before where I've ended up accidentally damaging a friendly, and the whole place has gotten mad at me for it. Best to be avoided. We actually managed to do that with very few, if any, casualties. Maul was always going to be taken. But I don't know if there were any friendlies that were killed in that encounter. And there's me saying I was worried about it. Right, Jaheira, what's happening?
Traitors among us. A child taken. And still I can only feel relief. If they had taken Isabel too,
We were all caught off guard.
honesty will serve you better than charity. I blundered into their trap, and it cost us. You have the honor of making up for my mistake. I trust that you will.
Right. Okay. Oh, here. All of this is available to take now. Always important to grab the resources that are available when you can. Don't pass up these opportunities. Especially, I know we're not on honor mode anymore, but just for the advice of anyone who would take it on. Yeah, you should always grab resources when you can. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna head out. First things first though, we will go long rest. We've got 1372 supplies left, which is about 15... what is that? 17 long rests. Let me see. Someone still wishes to speak to you. Normally I would chat with the camp as often as possible, but because this is just a duo run, I'm treating it as the people aren't really there until the big moments come into play, and then I'll be happy to bring them out. Swap out for Shadowheart, but I think it's important that we just stick with what we've got right now. Let's head back out and into the Shadow Curse.
It ain't pretty, but it can take
The plan is to just go straight to Moonrise, because that's what all the buzz is about.
Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness.
And then we can explore a wee bit more of the Shadow Curse rather than going around and getting a level up. I believe it's possible to be level 12 by the end of Act 2. But it means really exploiting a lot. You're not really doing any kind of roleplay for that, because you would be making so many conflicting decisions. I think if we can get to level 10 by the end of Act 2, I'd be really happy going into Act 3 with that kind of level, that kind of power. We are currently at 7. And that's it. Oh shit, I just almost walked into that. Walking around with a wee bit less focus now that honour's done. Also, I'm much less acquainted with Act 2. Act 1 I know very, very well. Act 3 I know quite well. Act 2 I just feel like so much of it looks the same. There's not a lot in between places, and you don't want to explore just because of the dangers that lie. So...
Dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah and Ketheric Thorn.
Okay, it's just a wee map. Letter of Surrender. I don't think I've ever read this before. General Ketheric Thorn is with a heavy heart that I must announce the surrender of the Harper forces and its allies to your Dark Justiciar army under unanimous agreement. Harpers work against villainy and wickedness wherever they find it, so states our code, and so here have we acted. But I also know all too well how the statement continues, but they work ever mindful of the consequences of what they do. We cannot be party to the suffering of the people of Wraithwyn, and indeed of the great loss of life that this war will visit upon the Sword Coast, and perhaps beyond it. So it is written, and so let it be done. Kelvin Aronson, on behalf of the High Harper Council and its allies. 2 words are slashed across the bottom of the scroll. Surrender declined. Ah, he's a brutal bastard. He is a brutal bastard. I believe this is the deeper section of the Shadow Curse now. So this is the section where, say if you just had, what would you call her name, sorry, Isabel's protection, that you would start to be affected by the Shadowfell. Which is why I think it's important to get the Pixie Bliss.
Merchants wanted. Sail the silvery seas, gaze upon the gate. No experience required.
I wonder why no experience required. Yep, so, like I said, we're just skipping straight through. We're not stopping for anything. No side quests along the way, just straight to Moonrise.
We're close. I can feel it. The Absolute. Its power is strong here.
That's far enough.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
Ah, one blessed like myself. What news, true soul?
I wish that we had the option of saying that I was following Carnus to Moonrise Towers when we were set about by a group of Harpers and I managed to escape with my life, something to that effect. But I do feel like that could go against me, given the fact that people can detect your thoughts. You could be shown to be a liar quite quickly, so I'm just going to say little from the field. What news inside?
General Ketheric's advisor went off on a field trip. Zarel's in charge till he gets back.
You'll find Zarel in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
Let's hope this Zarel likes what we have to say.
And her name.
Praise the Absolute.
Praise the Absolute.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover
Another
the secret
true
of the Absolute.
The disciple will want to see you.
I think...
Through the main doors.
Oh. Alright, okay. I think Lantarv sells something we require.
If you have coin, then show it.
Well, what do you have on offer? Right, let me see. So these potions can be quite useful. I'm not going to overstate the usefulness. we have one of those many targets? We do. I'll take one of those. We've got the coin, so we're good. Ooh. Let me see. Is it the while only holding one weapon in your main hand and nothing in your free hand? Nah. 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 That's quite nice. Oh yeah, Sentinel Shield. Gain a +3 bonus to initiative, advantage on perception ability checks, and when a foe hits you with a melee attack. Yeah, so I think that'd be good for Shadowheart. Just the +3 rather than a the shield itself is +2 armor class. The +3 bonus to initiative. Advantage on perception checks as well, that might be nice, but it's not too important. +1 bonus to spell save. That'd be useful if we had a barbarian out with us, but we don't. Okay. Yeah, I think. Whoa, mate! I hate the missile. See, it's 790, but you're gonna charge me 2,212 for it. It happens all the time. I'll take the arrow for now. We'll see how my cash flow goes. We are entering an area where you can get a lot of cash. My God, my grammar.
Moving, will you?
My grammar in that sentence was atrocious. Who's selling over here? Roa Moonglow.
A new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul?
Do you have anything to trade? Nothing's jumping out. I'll just take a quick flick through these, see if there's anything. Eternal Devotion. It's a heavy armor, I can't be bothered. Medium armor breastplate. Usually I go off of, see if it's got a name to it. It's probably got something good, like worthwhile attached to it. Most of these are just like hide armor, leather armor, whatever it might be. That's not to say that these armors aren't good, it's just to say that ones that go well with things usually have this. This here, hold on. Add your full dexterity modifier to your armor class. Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws when resisting your attacks and spells that inflict restrained. That second part's not very useful. But your full dexterity modifier to your armor class, and you're looking for 2300 for that. Yeah, that could be good. Because we could go back. That's a combination thing. That's not really necessarily it's good on its own. That's a combination thing that you want. So let me think about that. We might go back and get the Gloves of Dexterity. This is for Shadowheart, I'm thinking. That could be quite good. But I think what we've got already, the 1d4, is better. The wearer gains a +1 bonus to unarmed attack rolls. So your attack rolls, not your damage, your attack rolls just whether you hit. So that's good. You would get an additional chance of hitting. And their unarmed attacks deal an additional 2 bludgeoning. See, I think just because of the possibility of inflicting bleeding would make the Flawed Hell Dust better. But it's an interesting debate. See if I wasn't hitting as much as I have been, I would be very tempted to take that. Obviously the fight there with Marcus, that's an exception because he has good bonuses. Okay. Was there anything? I don't think so. No, really, nothing that great. Is this? No, hand crossbow, light crossbow. Oof, magic missile level 3 evocation spell. That's kind of crazy. But no, I
An
can't.
honor, true soul.
Costs too much. Too much. He's charged me too much. You're ripping me off.
These are our allies, Erna. We'll handle the diplomacy. You just...
Right. The moment we've all been waiting for.
We did as we was told, General. Followed every order.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Us? No, it was Minthara. She got the orders.
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
Just gonna keep silent. Keep watching.
Mercy, General! Please!
General Thorm,
Let our newest arrival speak. You have seen what these creatures are capable of, and you have seen their inadequacies, isn't that so? What is your judgment?
You know I'm loyal! Tell him!
enough! True soul, tell the General how the goblins served our cause.
Just kill them. They're worthless.
Lies! I served the Absolute! I did everything I was told!
And there you have it. We are too close to the ending, and the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them, quickly.
What? No!
You creaking old bag of shit!
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish.
Nod curtly.
Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake!
So usually I like a wee fight with them. But I'm gonna tell them to spill your guts on the floor. I want to see you bleed.
No! Please! Oh.
Let's go see Zarel. And mind you don't slip in the goblin guts.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn more about his power.
wee smoke powder bomb hidden in there. Oh, note to self, I love this. You've got this, Ratcha. You're gonna be the bestest true soul there ever was. All you gotta do is trust Minthara, listen to the Absolute, and do as she says. Then you get your audience and you'll be proper rewarded. Don't go listen to them fakers like Dren. Dren does not hear shit. a wee self-boost there from Ratcha. I love that scene. I'm trying to think if there is any other scene that I enjoy more in this entire game. I think it is incredible. I've told you that I think Raphael is my favourite character, but that moment there from Ketheric, just the way that he's like sat in the throne, just he knows no one can touch him and he has no fear, and then to come up like after being attacked like that and just drop the weapon in front of her and say do it again, like it's so good. I don't know if I mentioned it. I didn't know that it was J.K. Simmons that's the voice of Ketheric Thorm, which just makes it better. See, now that I know that it is, I can hear it so clearly. And I'm like, how did I not notice that before? But he's great. He is great. So, yeah, I'm going to call it on that. Did we take a long rest?
My faith protects
We did, yeah. I'm going to call it at that because we have now reached Moonrise, the heart of the Absolute's power. Okay, and we're gonna just develop from here. We will get orders of what to do, but like I said, I do plan to explore the Shadow Curse lands first before going head on into the main storyline. But I hope you've enjoyed. We had a good scrap at the start of the episode, and then a wee bit of plot building for the rest. So I'll see you all in the next one.